Hello and welcome back to Big Picture. My name is Tom from Genius Gecko, and today we are going to be reviewing all the important updates from version 8.3 of Big Picture. I want to start with something very important. It will not be applicable to most of you, but for those that it will touch, it's a very important information. The REST API that Big Picture has, which is private, has undergone a little bit of a change, and therefore if you have any custom solutions written by their non-public API, you will have to do a small update to it. Being specific, it will require you to update the authentication method. For those of you that have been working with us in the past, do not worry, we will also be sending you a separate email regarding that. If we know that you have been implementing some custom solutions based on this API, you will receive a message from us, so not to worry at all. And for the rest of you, it's just a fair warning. All right, now off into some more interesting things that has been brought with 8.3. I want to start with the resources because there have been some cool changes in this area. First of all, you will notice already that I have some values with percentages over here. This was not possible before, but now it is. So now you can over here select the unit in which you want the information to be displayed. So we have percentages, we have also mandates, so not just hours like before. And of course, if you switch here the effort mode to story points, you will also be able to choose story points over here. So that's the first big thing. Another interesting element that has been added is that inside the box that presents to you the data for the selected task, the inline editing is now available. So I can update the original estimate here. I can update the remaining estimate here. I can update the summary of the task. So working with this data has just become a lot easier. And as you might expect, this inline editing is of course also available in other parts of Big Picture, which we will get to a little bit later. Another thing worth mentioning here is that if you are using exporting to the Excel file from over here, so this button, if you have big template that allows you to do that, then previously the exported file had basically this view, aggregation always daily. It was not possible to have a different method of aggregating the data. Whatever the aggregation was turned on over here, when you exported the data to the file, the aggregation always came back to being daily aggregated. Now, the export will respect the selected aggregation over here, so that's a big feature for me as well. Another super cool thing that came with the update is the possibility to manage a new security role. So if you go to administration and security, and if of course you have to have the right permissions to be able to get there, you will see the app resource admin role over here. So this is a new role that has been added. It basically has access to Big Picture itself, but it doesn't mean that this role automatically has access to all the boxes like the app admin has, so this guy. But this role will be able to access the resources module over here in the administration. Therefore, this person will be able to manage the workload plans, holiday plans, skills, and assign those things to individuals. Make sure that, for example, the holidays or sick leaves are up to date for those people. So you no longer need to give the full admin permissions for the person that you want to manage this. You actually can only let the person in here, and that's all that the person will be able to do, unless you, of course, give this person some more access rights through some other security roles. So that's a super cool update as well. We've mentioned inline editing already, and it has been here before, but basically for text fields and numerical fields, and with the previous update also for dates. Now, check it out, we can also edit the original estimates, we can edit the remaining estimates from here. This is something that I have been personally waiting for a long time. So I'm super glad that it's here. Another thing that is set to also be done is that you can also inline edit here the single select drop-down fields. Although, at least with the current version, I still have some troubles with that. So for example, the priority over here, when I try to double click it, nothing happens. I have risk, probability, I have risk consequence fields over here, which are also single select drop-down fields. And you can see that if I double click them, something happens, but I don't get any values over here. So there is possibly still some error around that, which will probably get fixed very quickly. So if you have a look at it in a week or two, I'm sure that everything will be up and running, and the single select dropdowns will also be editable here in the Gantt, but also in the scope module, also in the board module, basically everywhere where this data can be displayed. Since we are on a Gantt, let's have a look also at the group task functionality, which also got some love. So with the grouping, now you can also apply the filters, the quick filters. You can easily collapse all the sections like this, or through here like this, which allows you for easier management of your grouped data. Last thing that I want to mention in regards to the Gantt module is that now you can also share your Gantt view with other people. So if you want someone to see exactly what you're looking at with the same configuration of columns, with the same focus, you can just copy this link and share it with the person you want to have a look at your project plan. So this is another cool thing that has been missing from BigPicture for a while, and now it's finally here. Let's have a look at the board module as well. Apart from the inline editing that I've already mentioned, there are also changes over here in regards to the dependencies. So now you can expand or collapse the dependencies. So expanded view was the default one, previously the only one actually that you were able to use. Now you can collapse the dependencies, and then you can see them over here on the right side of the task as a number. And if you click on it, you will be able to see exactly what the dependency is. You will be able to see the type of the dependency, and of course you will be able to follow this dependency as well. So kind of similar to what we already had previously on the Gantt module. One more thing that is worth adding over here in regards to those dependencies is that previously, when you were mapping the soft dependency to the Jira link, you could do it only for one specific link type. Now you can actually apply several different link types to be treated as soft dependencies by BigPicture. Before we get to the coolest part of this update, let's have a quick look at the configuration. In the configuration, we will visit tasks and quick filters, and over here we will learn that there is a new button allowing you to import your quick filters from your Jira boards. So you select the Jira board that you want to import from, you wait a little bit for the quick filters to be sucked in, and then you select the quick filters you want to import from your board, and you're done. So this is a new way of adding quick filters to your boxes in BigPicture. Of course, if you would like to learn more things like this and learn about BigPicture in general, for example, see if this tool might help you with your project management, have a look at the modern way of doing project management with BigPicture plus Jira, you can always reach out to us, schedule a free session during which we will give you a presentation of the tool and answer all the questions that you might have. All the contacts and important information regarding us and the way to reach us will be in the description of this video. And now, moving forward, I want you to have a look at the overview module, where we will see something that is truly amazing, because finally some way of managing budgets is coming to BigPicture. So if you go over here to manage columns, you will already see that I have budget and actual costs columns added over here, right? But if I also click add new columns, you will see that there is a lot more to choose from as well. And mind you, not all of that is of course for budgeting. So there are a lot of other information available over here. Like for example, you can now display the sequentiality, you can display the scope type that the box has, right? Because this is the information that is displayed on the level of the box. We are looking at the overview module. So you're looking at the box data. You can display the period mode of the box. Very cool stuff that you can do over here is that now you can display the end date, but not of the box itself, but the end date based on the tasks that are inside of the box, right? So every column over here that will have these tasks at the end added will mean that the information will actually be coming from those tasks. You can also see over here that you can display the estimated cost based on tasks. Why? How is that possible? Well, that is possible because if you go to the Gantt, you also get two additional columns over here in the Gantt that allow you to display the actual costs and the estimated cost. So you can add those columns, you can of course inline edit them. So that will allow you to do quite a lot really with the cost management and budgeting in regards to your data and in regards to your boxes inside your project. Of course, as you might expect, this data will also be available on the home screen, which aggregates all of your boxes. This is where this information can also be displayed. So similarly, like in the overview module, if you go over here and try to add new columns, the same list of fields will be available also here. How cool is that? Don't tell me that this is not something that we've all been waiting for. Amazing, amazing stuff. So again, huge congratulations for the BigPicture team for making this happen. There are some smaller updates in other parts of BigPicture which aren't really worth mentioning over here, so I will just skip them, and if you get to them you will figure out what happened on your own because they are really self-explanatory. What I've shown over here in this video is the key of the 8.3 update, and I'm really happy about the progress that the BigPicture team is making in BigPicture with every single update. Great job, everyone. All right, so this will be all. As mentioned earlier, if you want to learn more about this amazing tool, you can always reach out to us. All the information are in the description of this video. And for now, thank you very much for listening and watching. You can check out other videos on our channel if you want to learn more about BigPicture itself. But I think it's easier just to reach out and schedule a call so that we can show you exactly what you are looking for and tell you if this would be the tool that will help you in your project management adventure. Again, thank you very much and see you in the next video.